what if we wanted to like sum up and say, then what does the church teach about gender? Here it is in a visual. It's my favorite thing. Okay. You have something about your gender that is given to you. It is your sex, right? You are given a nature, and your nature includes your masculinity or your femininity. It's a gift from God, right? And when God makes natures, he puts them in a direction, right? He orders them to a particular purpose. And that purpose that God orders masculinity and femininity to is communion, ultimately with himself in the resurrection, right? Now, in our experience in the world as men or as women, we have forces within ourselves and externally to ourselves that are going to form what was given to us. So it's easy to think about in the negative. Like maybe I have some trauma associated with being a woman. Like maybe a woman is sexually abused or raped. That's going to cause trauma with her femininity. You see that? Or maybe without, right? You have my whole friend group decided to transition. So out of peer pressure, I'm going to transition too. See, that's an external like push to something, right? Okay. What is given to us, we have to consider also how our embodied lived experience affects our identification of our gender. But we also have free will. I'm not like stuck there. I'm not like, oh, I was raped and therefore I don't want to be a feminine woman anymore, so I'm going to transition to be masculine. It doesn't stop there. I also have free will and I have grace. And my free will is not dependent on my attraction or my feelings. I make a decision. That's what free will is, right? And through grace, that is at work as well in all of those experiences, whether they be interior or exterior to myself. All of this together is what makes me a man or makes me a woman. I retain the objective, but then I have the free will and grace to become the kind of man or the kind of woman that I'm meant to be, that I'm ordered to be, that God destined me to be. So, can boys be interested in poetry and plays instead of sports and guns? Or can girls be bold and powerful and results-oriented? The answer is yes and yes. John Paul II, he had to decide between becoming an actor or a priest. Thank God he chose priest, right? But just because he loved theater, did that make him any less of a man? No. Just because Joan of Arc wore military uniform and led the winning battle, right, of the for the French army, is she less of a woman because she did that? No. They took what they were given and their external and internal experiences, as well as their free will and grace, shaped them into the kind of man or woman they were called to be.